Good evening. Come explore the unknown with us and enter the Chamber of Shadows, a podcast for the dark, haunting, and mysterious. My name is Celine, and I am one of your hosts. I am also joined by Endora. Say hi, Endora.
Hello.
So, today will be a little bit different. It is not going to be our typical content. While we will not be going into depth with the case at this time, we did have an opportunity to speak with Ginger Stein. And if you do not know who Ginger Stein is, Ginger is the wife of accused murderer Dwain Hall for the murder of Sonia Exelby. Ginger's been receiving some backlash online, so we wanted to give her an opportunity to clarify her perspective and how her role has been misrepresented in current events. Now, while listening, please keep in mind thoughts and emotions are incredibly complex, and we also wish Sonia's family well. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. So, with that, please listener discretion advised. And here is the interview. Okay, so today we are joined by Ginger Stein. Ginger is the wife of the accused murderer Dwain Hall. So, thank you for joining us today, Ginger.
Yes, thank you
Welcome.
for being with us today.
Of course.
Um, so we're going to try to um, let people know what your experience has been
Mhm.
through this whole thing. I know you've been getting a little backlash online on your social media. So we would like you to address some of the things that people are saying. We can sort of start at the beginning. And if you would like to tell us about how you and Dwayne met, that sounds like a fine place to start.
Well, that was about 30 years ago. We met when I was 16
Wow.
years old.
Oh my
Really?
gosh, you were 16. How old was he?
I think he's 10 years older than me, so he would have been 26.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we just chit-chatted for the first years, and then as soon as I turned 18, actually I think 17, we started dating, and we've been together sort of off and on ever since.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did you meet him? I mean, he was 26 and you were in high school. Where'd you meet him at?
Just on a weekend, I was riding my bike, and I just happened to ride past his house, and he lived a couple blocks down the street from me, and he just saw me and said, "Hey," and I said, "Hey," and it just kinda went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how people meet. Um, so on and off for 30 years, and
Uh-huh.
then, um, you had some health struggles. Do you
Yes.
wanna address that a little or
I was diagnosed with Langerhans cell histiocytosis. It's a super rare cancer-like disease. Basically, I developed scar tissue all over my lungs. And
Oh,
it would have been terminal if I hadn't gotten a transplant just in time.
Yes.
wow. That is
Confirming that you got the
amazing.
transplant. How are you doing now?
I'm uh medically I'm doing awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Medically.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just I just got off the I was on oxygen for a good 10 years.
Okay.
Being on oxygen sucks. Oxygen sucks so bad. But we got I was trying to get on the transplant list for 5 years,
Mhm.
and they finally said, "Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and list you, but you need to do one more test first. We're gonna admit you to do the test." And then the day after I was admitted, I completely checked out. I don't remember anything for the first month.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've had your transplant?
Yep.
and
Yes.
physically you're doing well. We're so grateful for that. Yeah. Wow. I mean, it's such a huge blessing. So, this should be the happiest time of your life right now. You should like be so thrilled, and now it's all
Yeah.
complicated. Um do you want to let's do you want to address anything about your marriage? Because you guys knew each other for a long time, and then you weren't and then you didn't get married until recently, right?
Yeah, I didn't. I never really believed in the legality of marriage. He
Sure.
wanted to for forever, and I just see it as a piece of paper. I think in my opinion, he and I were married, have been married for 20 some years. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
considered us married even before we got the license. So,
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
pretty common, actually.
yeah,
There's a lot of people that don't trust the institution of marriage. You're not alone.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's fast forward to October. Do you want to talk about your experience and how you found out that this shitstorm was about to fall all on your whole family?
We were on our way. He was taking me to one of my doctor's appointments in Gainesville, and we got pulled over, and that's literally how I found out. We got pulled over and they took him away.
Wow. So you got pulled over for like a speeding ticket, or you got pulled over because they were looking for him?
Apparently they were looking for him.
Oh, wow.
Like he had told me a couple days before about somebody trying to use a stolen credit card to pay for something, but that's the most that I'd known about it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I didn't even know they were connected. I didn't.
So was it him or somebody else who had used the credit card?
Somebody else had called him and tried to use a credit card to pay him.
Okay. Okay.
So he ran the credit card and it was declined. So I guess he said he tried to lower the price to get it to go through and it was declined again, and then found out the next day that it was a missing woman's credit card.
Okay.
So this is what he told you, or this is what
That's what
happened?
that's what he that's what he told me.
Okay,
Right.
I understand. Okay. So that's what
Right.
you were told. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys
Okay.
And
got
then the
pulled
next
over
thing,
in Gainesville.
on our way to Gainesville.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you got pulled over in Gainesville, and then they let you go? They just talked to him and let you go, and then
No, they arrested him.
oh, okay. I
Oh.
didn't
They
realize he
arrested
was in
him and
custody that quick. Okay.
yeah. They arrested him and towed his car and everything, and actually they gave me a ride to Gainesville to my doctor's appointment, which I appreciated, but
Oh, wow.
How far is that from your home?
about an hour.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But they pulled us over almost as soon as we got on the highway. We hadn't made it to Gainesville yet.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
Um,
Wow.
wow. Okay. Then moving forward, so they kept him, and then you got back home, and then what happened?
Um, then the detectives started coming around talking to me. I guess while I was in Gainesville, no, because it was nighttime. I can't remember exactly. There was one point where they came and they served a search warrant overnight and everybody kept the house empty for a couple of hours, but I may have been admitted in the hospital for that night because I wasn't here.
Oh, you weren't there the
Oh,
night that they came through and went through your house? You were in the hospital.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. But this is post-transplant though, right? This is
Yes.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they went through your house. Do you have some idea of what they found interesting in your house?
They took a bunch of stuff, like a couple computers, a couple laptops, one that worked and one that didn't. Uh, they took some of his clothes. I think they accidentally took a pair of my jeans. But it wasn't when I got home, it was almost like they weren't even here. Like they couldn't have gone through too much.
Oh, yeah. So you think they knew exactly what
They
they were
were
there for. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay. Do
All
you
right.
think they potentially knew where to find what they were looking for, and maybe that's why the house wasn't torn apart?
I don't know. I don't know,
Okay,
maybe.
okay.
Okay. What
Or maybe
about
they just weren't looking for much.
Yeah, that's true
right.
too.
Yeah. Did they hit your house a second time the detectives come with another warrant and take more things or no?
I don't think so. They did come here a couple more times just to talk to everybody, me especially. Um, but I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And moving forward, what obviously you spoke to your husband even though he was in the pokey. So what did he tell you about what was going on?
He didn't really tell me much. We're not really allowed to talk too much about the case.
Mhm. Mhm.
He did tell me that she was suicidal and that he was talking to her for a couple of years. And then he tried to talk her out of it. But that's pretty much it. Because I asked him about her. I was
Yeah,
shocked.
sure.
And
I
that
didn't
yeah, I
know.
mean, it could be very, very difficult to hear as well coming out. Not just the information, but also the way that it came out as well. I can't That's gotta be really difficult.
Yeah.
Sure it
I
is.
still have a hard time believing it. Like, I still
Mhm.
I still feel like he's just gonna come home from work, and I it's been
Yeah,
it's been over a month, and
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
starting to wonder if it's ever gonna actually sink in.
right.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
I
do you have an idea of how first of all, I wanna say that the her that we keep referring to is Sonia Exelby. Um,
yes.
Yeah.
she was from the UK, and she had been talking to Dwain on Discord, and you said for a couple years. Is that what you told me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Discord for a couple years, but I know they'd been chatting for a couple years.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, I know you can't touch on the case too much, but where did that leave you?
Screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um, he was half of my financial support, at
Mhm.
least half of my emotional, mental support, and he was how I was getting to and from my doctor's appointments. And they won't even let me have his car. I'm not even gonna get his car. So, I'm not entirely sure.
well, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
I
pretty screwed.
I want people who will listen to this to understand that in and of itself, I mean, this is something that a lot of people won't comprehend, but on top of that, you have had the medical complications that you've had as well. So that's a lot. It's a lot physically and mentally.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so unfair. This is not right for she should be so happy right now.
Yeah.
She's been
I
given this
mean,
huge gift and she can't
yeah.
even revel in it. That's
I
Yeah.
was
so unfortunate.
really looking forward to being a proper housewife. I was really, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, part of the emotional support, I know he's been there with you throughout most, if not all, of your diagnosis and your treatments and your waiting on the list. And you guys had some really deep conversations.
yes.
Do you want to share some of that unexpected emotional support that he gave you?
Yeah, he was and for me, he was perfect to me. Like, he was through my entire I was in the hospital for, 2 months, and he stayed every single night through my transplant. There was a time before my transplant where I was feeling hopeless, and he and I were talking about possibly him helping me pass on if I ever got to the point where there was no way no way that I was gonna get my transplant in time. We talked about that in depth, really, and he didn't want to, but he wasn't gonna make me. I was afraid that it was gonna hurt and that I was gonna suffer and that it was gonna be really, really bad, and he wasn't gonna make me go through that.
Yeah.
And
That's
then we finally did get listed, and he stayed with me every single night in the hospital. It was
Really?
yeah.
wow.
I tried to get him to go home for just the night, just to sleep in a bed instead of on the chair in the hospital, and he said, "No, I'm not leaving."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very the relationship and the conversations that you have are very complicated, very
Yes.
complex, and it's not something that every single one of us think about.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, wow. Okay, so to your knowledge, do you believe that Sonia was Dwayne's only victim?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
You do.
think that this was her asking and receiving?
Yeah, but I think she probably changed her mind about halfway through, but then she could have also told him not to allow her to change her mind.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she could have.
I mean, I told him that's one of the things that I said when I was thinking about it too, so that's I don't think a lot of people would understand.
No. No, they
Definitely
don't.
not.
A majority of people don't experience something like this on a normal basis. A lot of people, they don't have these, whether that be medical complications like you or any mental health complications to this extent. Um, yeah, I think no, it is very complex and it's not something that an average person would have to think about or try to think about like that.
Literally almost never. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Do you believe that there could have potentially been other women that he spoke with online, whether that be through Discord or to
Probably.
any.
Probably,
Okay.
because there was a point when I was so sick and, uh, been barely able to get out of bed, I told him he was allowed to talk to other girls.
Oh.
As long as he didn't lie to me or didn't see him physically, or at least
Mhm.
told me if he was gonna see him physically, he I didn't mind.
Would you is that would you consider that an open relationship or no? I
Um,
don't
maybe
I'm not sure what to
emotionally open, like,
Okay.
not physically. He wasn't allowed to sleep around or anything without telling me
Okay.
because
Okay.
that's dangerous. I mean, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously, this was dangerous too.
Well, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, did you feel was that part of the 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 case aside, just alone with you learning that he was talking to her, because I know you mentioned you just wanted him to tell you. Did you kind of feel betrayed in a way that it had been so many years and you had not known about her?
A little bit, like, if, if he was just talking with her and wasn't making any plans to get together or anything, then I wouldn't have minded. 'Cause he
Okay.
has there's I'm even friends with a couple of his girlfriends on, like, Facebook and whatnot, but
Okay.
there was never as far as I knew, there was never any talk of getting physically together and anything like that. It was just online chit chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So he met you very young. And, 16 to 25, 26 is a big difference. Um, how do you feel about that age difference at this point and how that could potentially maybe even factor into him and your relationship today?
I don't really feel like it makes a difference at all.
Okay,
I like
okay.
mentally, I feel older than he is. So, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you really have had more life experience than
Yeah,
anybody your age. Anybody your age. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Mm,
I never really did feel like age was much of a factor when it came to who you love, though. So, I mean,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Um, but just to be clear, you were never at any point afraid for your own safety or the safety of your child.
no,
Never.
Okay.
never. Not even a
Okay.
little bit. He made me and my child feel so utterly safe. Like, he was so protective. He got so mad at some of the doctors when I was in pain. He was insistent that I get my meds, and
Yeah.
the first time one of the very few times I have ever heard about him crying was when I was out of it in the hospital. I guess I wish I was allowed to have his phone because 'cause he's got pictures of me on there, basically all but comatose, and the nurses told me that he was bawling and he was scared, and they thought that I wasn't gonna make it. He was super protective.
Was that and this during your transplant, that is right before all of this happened with Sonia or no? Yes.
It's before the physical part happened with Sonia, like,
Okay.
right
Yeah.
before.
Okay. All right. So he basically came home, left on a work trip, and that's what you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. And while he was on that work trip, was he talking to you?
He called me once a night. There wasn't really very good reception wherever that was,
Okay.
but he called me to say goodnight and all that.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to ask, Celine?
I guess at this point, is there anything else that you wanna add or clarify or, how are you feeling? I mean, I'm sure mentally you're really rough, but anything that you would like to share that we haven't addressed?
Um, not really, just I'm more even more than for one, I hope her family is doing okay. I'm I can't imagine what they're going through right now.
Right.
Also, I posted a GoFundMe on my Facebook, and I am getting people on there telling me that I shouldn't be asking for help because my husband did something atrocious.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with me. I did not know. I wish he
Yeah.
had introduced me to her.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's an important thing to clarify and something we should clarify is you were not aware of any of this. You had no position in this aside from being blindsided. I mean,
Super.
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, she was literally just nicely home from a double lung transplant.
right,
Yes.
right,
She could not have had any time to focus on any such thing.
right. I think people forget sometimes, just because you're married, you're still your own individual person. So
That's what I said too. What are we back in the 1600s? The man takes over the woman's. Come
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, you are not responsible for his actions. So I really hate that you have been getting backlash for that. I don't agree with that. I hate everything that you have experienced. You've gone through a lot recently, over the years, but recently as well. So, you know, I do think it's very important. I see nothing wrong. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help, mentally and physically. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the other thing. This is how GoFundMe works. If you don't want to
Don't
donate,
do it.
don't donate. The
Don't do
end.
it. Yes.
You don't have to not donate and be an asshole. You can
Oh,
just keep scrolling.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, we will share your GoFundMe.
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely,
Thank you.
100%.
Um,
That would help
and
a lot. And I'm still trying at least every week. I still have to go to Gainesville. I have to see the transplant team every week and do a bunch of tests. They say it's gonna be a good year before I'm able to actually calm down.
Wow.
oh, I know what I wanted to ask you while you were talking. You said you wish that he could have introduced Sonia to you, or Sonia and you. What would you have said to Sonia?
I would have liked to have tried to be her friend and maybe keep her spirits up and try to be hopeful. Like, I mean, if miracles happen, I'm living proof miracles happen. So she could have we could have she could have been happy again.
Do you feel like that could have been a beneficial relationship with you experiencing what you have and her with her I I wanna be respectful about this, but, mental health complications again, I wanna be respectful about that. Do you think that you guys could have found this sense of solace within each other and helped each other?
Yes, I do. I do. That would have been
Yeah,
that poor
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
yeah, agree. Um, do you have more for her, or should we?
I don't think so. I think
Honey, do you have more you want to say? Anything
yeah,
that you would
anything
like to
else?
add? This is your
Mm.
moment.
Yes.
Not that I can think of. I can't stop thinking about her. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Oh, honey, you're okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
she
I
has a mom. She has a mom, you guys.
Yeah.
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 And I wanna double down on that on our side as well. I know you have put your best wishes to the family. I'll speak for our side of things as well. We wish the best for the family going through all of this. This is incredibly difficult for everybody involved and, especially you and especially them. So, I will definitely second that on you. I wish the best for them getting through all of this.
Me too, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. My deepest condolences to Sonia's family and love to all of them. Sorry. I wish I could hug
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Well, I think we should wrap it
Yes.
up.
All right. Well, Ginger, thank you so much for coming on here, and this is again your moment, and we appreciate it, and we appreciate you sharing what you have. So thank you. Thank you for
Thank you,
speaking.
Ginger. I know this wasn't easy.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you for hearing me. So many aren't.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And we want to make sure that you're heard.
Thank
So
you.
Yeah, I don't you're not his accomplice, you are also his victim,
Correct.
unfortunately.
I
Um,
hate that word. I hate that word.
I know,
I
I
know.
know. It's sort of all encompassing and it doesn't have any of the uniqueness.
Yeah.
Um, but that is what people need to see, that you absolutely were not acting in concert with him in any way. You had so many of your own demons to deal with physically that
Yeah, absolutely.
there was no way that you could have been. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ginger, very much. And the chamber thanks you.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. We would like to thank Ginger again for joining us today. We know how difficult all of this is, and her, along with Sonia's family, everybody's in our thoughts and prayers. This is an incredibly difficult time for both families, and we want to be respectful and sensitive of that. So, thank you to all of the listeners, and we'll see you next week where we'll be returning to our usual content.